Let's make these crispy chickpea pita wraps. It's kind of like a vegetarian version of a gyro. Really simple, so delicious. We're gonna start out by drying a can of chickpeas and then putting them into a skillet with some oil, salt, pepper, and spices, and then cook them for about 10 minutes until they're super crispy. You can do that part in the oven or in the air fryer. Then all you do is just load up your pita. I use some tzatziki, vegetables, the crispy chickpeas, just so good. I don't know about you, but one of the things that I miss the most is going to get fresh made sushi. So I figured I'd make it at home, and why not make it vegetarian? So I'm crisping up some tofu in a pan, and I'm gonna add this simple sauce. It's soy sauce, some spices, and cornstarch. Once the tofu is nice and crispy, I'm gonna add the sauce over and wait until it thickens and gets sticky. To some sushi rice, I'm adding vinegar. I'm gonna mix it all together and then add it to a sheet of nori in a nice even layer. Then I'm gonna add some cucumber, the tofu, carrots, and a little bit of avocado. Then I'm gonna roll it all up until it's nice and tight and slice it. I was pleasantly surprised how delicious this was. That sauce really makes it. And while I still really can't wait to leave the house, this makes everything a little bit better.
Let's make this gnocchi in a basil cashew cream sauce. So you're going to get a large handful of fresh basil, 2 garlic cloves, a cup of cashews, half a cup of boiling water, the juice of half a lemon, and some salt, and then put the lid on and just blend it until it looks a little bit like this. Then you're going to cook some gnocchi and you're going to wait till it floats, just like that. Then add your sauce to your gnocchi and just give it a good stir through, and then some more salt and pepper on top. Then I just served mine with some rocket, and I put the gnocchi on top, and then put some more pepper on, and that was it. Enjoy!
Okay, you guys have to try this honey barbecue sauce. You only need a few ingredients, and all you need to do is pop them into a saucepan and simmer over a low to medium heat for about 25 minutes until the sauce thickens up. You can serve it with whatever you want. It would work amazingly with chicken. I've served it with some tofu today and some rice and grilled peppers. So good.
A plant-based Mexican meal, let's go. So into a saucepan, you're going to add in flour and then all of these seasonings, and then just give it a good mix while it's off the heat. Then turn on the heat, and you're going to gradually add in some vegetable stock until all combine and it starts to thicken. Once thick, you're just going to add in tomato paste and cook for another couple of minutes. Then you're going to heat some oil into a fry pan and add an onion and some garlic and cook for about 5 minutes until the onion's soft. Then add in your capsicum, I use red and yellow, and cook for another couple of minutes. Then add in a can of corn and a can of black beans and mix until all combined. Then add in cumin and smoked paprika. Cook this all for about 5 to 7 minutes. Once that's done, you're going to get your tortilla and add your filling and then just roll it like a burrito. I don't know if this is the right way, but I just do it like that. And then once that's all into your pan, add on the sauce and then cheese. If you are vegan, just use vegan cheese for this. And that's it. Enjoy.
I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that the sesame cauliflower tastes like chicken, because it doesn't, but it is very delicious, and I'm gonna show you how to make it. In a shallow bowl, we're gonna whisk together flour and plant-based milk until it's nice and smooth. Add in some cauliflower florets and toss them so that they're fully coated in the batter, and tap any excess off. In your air fryer lined with parchment paper, we're gonna place the cauliflower and cook it at 400 for 15 minutes. You could also do this in the oven. Then we're gonna combine all of these ingredients into a saucepan, and I forgot to film it, but we're gonna heat this for about 5 minutes until it simmers and thickens. Then we're gonna pour it over our cooked cauliflower and toss it so that everything is nicely coated and so delicious. But the truth is, I've been really obsessed with these loaded veggie wraps lately. Sometimes I add tofu or other protein in it, but today it's just loaded up with veggies, and I want to show you how I make it. So on a tortilla, I'm spreading some avocado hummus and then adding a kale leaf, some cucumber, tomato, carrots, shredded cabbage, cilantro, and some onion. And I filled mine a little bit too much, so I'm not doing it like a normal burrito, but I just rolled it up, cut it in half.
I can't wait to show you guys my favorite healthy snack. It's this smashed chickpea salad, and it's ready in 15 minutes. You can adapt it to your liking and change up the recipe however you want. Serve on crackers, some toasted bread. It's so good, I honestly forget that it's healthy. Enjoy!
These meatballs are actually made with no meat. They're zucchini meatballs, and they're so good. If you have a ton of zucchini in your garden, this is a great recipe. Start by grating it and squeezing all the liquid out. So I'd say some garlic with the grated zucchini, some salt, and put it in a bowl. Let it cool with some breadcrumbs, pecorino romano, egg, and fresh basil. Then form them into balls and place on a baking sheet. Bake them in the oven until they're firm, then toss them with some marinara sauce. I let that heat up for a few minutes before I plate it. Then top it with ricotta and enjoy.
So I've got a really nice midweek vegetarian pasta dish. I've prepped up all my veggies. Then into a pan I'm adding 1 carrot, 1 red onion, 1 stick of celery, 3 cloves of garlic. Then it's up to you what veggies you add in. I've gone with courgettes and peppers, but totally your preference. Add a little bit of salt and pepper, let this sweat for 10 minutes. Want those veggies to be nice and soft. Then add a little bit of pasta water, full jar of passata, and give it a stir. Then add your cooked pasta, mix it well. Finish off with more black pepper and Parmesan cheese. There you have it. Bon appetit.
Did you know that the food you eat can massively affect the health of your skin? This cauliflower and chickpea salad is absolutely loaded with gut-loving foods that can really help your skin glow. Your gut microbiome plays a huge role in your overall health, and there's a really strong relationship between a healthy gut and healthy skin. Studies have shown that people with unbalanced and inflamed guts are much more likely to suffer from skin conditions such as acne and rosacea than people with healthy guts. This salad is packed full of fibre and prebiotics, which are great for improving gut health. And the yogurt dressing is made with the Coconut Collaborative Natural Yogurt, which is one of my favourite plant-based yogurts, as not only is it delicious, it's also made with live cultures that are really beneficial for your gut.
Here's how I make my roasted vegetable bruschetta. Add courgette, sweet pointed red peppers and aubergine to a large bowl and season with salt, black pepper, olive oil, balsamic vinegar and dried Italian herbs. Toss to combine, transfer to a grease-proof paper-lined baking tray and roast for 15 to 20 minutes. Add the vegetables to a bowl with garlic. The residual heat will take off the raw edge of the garlic. Place ciabatta slices on the same oven tray, brush lightly with olive oil and grill in the oven. Add olive oil, sherry vinegar and fresh basil to the vegetables and toss to combine. To assemble, spread soft goat cheese on each slice, then top with the roasted vegetables. Enjoy! The full written recipe with steps and measurements is linked in my bio.
Okay, so if you're wondering what to have for lunch, you have to make these halloumi and chickpea flatbreads. They're so good. So to start off with, I drained some chickpeas and tossed them in some spices. I'll write in the comments what I used. And then I chopped up a shallot and I did a quick pickle of it. And again, I'll write in the comments how I did it. And then I made a flatbread by putting some flour, yogurt, olive oil and a bit of water. And I mixed it all together into a dough. And then I put them into the flatbreads, just rolled them out, and then I chopped up some red cabbage, and then I made a yogurt dressing with yogurt, lemon juice, garlic, mint, thyme, pomegranate molasses, salt and pepper. Then I put some halloumi on and I constructed it all up, and oh my god, to say it was good is just the world's biggest understatement. Insane.
Here's how I make my roasted vegetable lasagna. Season the vegetables with salt, pepper, garlic and herbs. Toss with olive oil, then roast for 25 minutes. For the sauce, cook onion, carrot and celery until softened, then add garlic and rosemary and cook until fragrant. Add tinned tomatoes and water and season with salt, pepper and a little bit of sugar if you'd like. Simmer covered for 10 minutes, then uncovered for a further 10 minutes. Finish the sauce with the roasted vegetables and lots of fresh basil. Finally, for the cheesy bechamel, cook butter and flour for a few minutes. Add hot milk, whisking constantly, and cook until smooth and velvety. Turn the heat off and season with salt, pepper and nutmeg. Then gradually incorporate the Parmesan cheese. With all the components prepped, it's time to layer the lasagna. Bake for 45 minutes until it looks like this. Head to the link in my bio for the full written recipe.
In my opinion, vegetarian food is slept on and I'm here to change your mind. Okay, so I'm going to show you my roasted veggie flatbread with sun-dried tomato pesto. For the pesto, I put in pine nuts, garlic, sun-dried tomatoes, parm, salt, pepper, basil, olive oil, and blended that until smooth. Cut up my veggies and roasted them at 425 degrees for 25 minutes. And then I used a lavash bread from Trader Joe's, put down the pesto, mozzarella, the roasted veggies, some fresh jalapeno and fresh garlic pieces. Bake that at 20 minutes in 300 degree temperature and then you're done. Enjoy!